Right chaps and chapesses, here we are, come out in the Bondo. Birds. So have a look at the Lixada wood stove, or one of them, because there's loads of them. So I'm going to do a bit of a video and have a look at it, and mine's had a few modifications to it, so of course I will show you that. Cheap as chips, and it's Chinese, just a Chinese little folding wood stove. So I'll get that out of the bag and we'll have a look at it, including modifications. Top bomber. Right, so that's it. Comes in a nice little Velcro pouch. Yeah, there's a few more bits of kit in that don't come with it, but obviously we'll go through that as we crack on. Oh. So we'll get all the monkeys and parrots out. And we'll have a look at the good bits and the bad bits. So, I've got 4 steel temp pegs, don't come with it, and I've got a grill. Square stainless steel, doesn't come with it. So put them bits to one side for the moment, and then we'll have a look at the bits that do come with it. So first things first, it's folding, okay, it's on hinges, it's not one of them slidey together ones. The slidey together ones, they're not very stable, they slot together, yeah, and if you need to move it, they tend to fall to bits, but they wobble a lot as well, where the hinge one doesn't. Okay, this is the large version, okay. The biggest one in the family, there's 3 of them, the small, medium and large. That's the large, so you can imagine what the small one is. Yeah, the large one's I find to be the best one. Yeah, it's just the right size for me. Right, so you've got the 4 walls, let's say, on your little feeding hole. Yeah. You get the 2 top brackets. We'll come on to them later. As you can see, they've not been used much, and they've not been used much for a reason, because I've modified it. We'll come on to that in a bit. You get, of course, the fire tray at the bottom, yeah, and then there's this cheeky little number. That's for the Trangia spirit stove, the old alcohol burners. Again, we'll go through that now. Yeah. And you get a pin, and that pins the hinges together to make obviously the square box hold it stable. Yeah, and it comes with a little wire, whatever it is, stainless little I don't know, wire lanyard, whatever you want to call it, but I've clipped a little carabiner to it. Yeah, that'll come more apparent later on as well. Happy days. So there's the bits you get with it. Remembering that doesn't come with it, got that, modified it myself, and the temp pegs don't come with it. Okay, yeah, they're modifications. Again, this is my stove the way I've modified it, yeah, the way I want it. There's probably loads of different ways you can do it, it's just the way I've done it. Right, so basically we're going to put it together. We'll get rid of that for now. You can go stay over there, sit there and be quiet, and we'll put it together, and then we'll have a look at the different versions. Right, so what I'll do, I'll set it up first for the Trangia spirit stove. Okay, so as we say, it is it's folding, it's on hinges. Let's get that right way around. Stick that one in at the bottom, and then we'll stick the Trangia one in the top. 2 little slots at the side there, and then you fold that one over, and we slide that in basically to make another hinge. That angles down the side. So again, it's got the Trangia one in, obviously for just a normal stick fire, yeah, wood fire, that gets taken out. Again, we'll look at that in a bit. So that's it, yeah, again this is the big one. That's the large version, so that's about 6 inches in height. If you don't know what 6 inches is, let me know, I'll fold it in half and show you. Yeah, okie dokie. Happy days. So obviously for that you're going to need a Trangia. I've got one of them milling around somewhere. That's in the old my bag of pots. I'm going to take my gloves off now because it was a bit nippy this morning, bit fresh. About 4 degrees it is. Right, so I'll just take my pots out. We'll use this one. That is it's a titanium 750mm, yeah, from China, stainless steel. I don't know what's in that, but if that's 750mm, that must be about 1.2, 1.3 litres. Again, they've had some hammer. And in the 750mm pot, let's put that there for now, I keep a few bits of gubbins. Obviously the spirit stove's in here, so that's just some petroleum jelly cotton balls, lighter, pepper, garlic powder, grill critter, a couple of hangers, and then there's the stove fits in there just right. So we'll get the old, this is a Chinese rip-off one, it's not the actual Trangia itself, the Swedish version. I've got one of them but it's in the car. Just a Chinese rip-off version with the dowser and what have you, and just an air band. Hold it all together because that's not screw on. That's got a screw-on cap, so you can carry fuel in it. I've got methylated spirits in this, but again we'll come on to that in a bit. So we'll have a go at the old stove first, the spirit stove. First things first, I'll have a quick tidy up because it looks like a bomb's gone off, doesn't it? Yeah, and then we'll stick it on the stove. I'll show you the ups and downs. Again, it's set up for the spirit stove. That fits in there beautifully. Obviously it's made for it, isn't it? Yeah. So there's a bit of mess in there. I use meths in mine. Problem with meths is the colder the mess, the harder it is to light. We'll have a quick go. With the ferro rod. Might not get it going with this. No, it's too cold. Might have to have a go with a lighter. Right, so I'll just get this fired up with a lighter. There you go, that's going now. There's not much meths in there, but it's going. There we go, you probably can't see it, but it is lit now. Right, this is what you get with it. These two brackets for the top, they slot together, and then, if I can remember how it goes on, that fits on there like that. Okay, fit on there, lovely. Okay, so you've had your brew, super-tastic. Take your pot off, make your brew. Right, you want to save the fuel, you don't want to let it run dry, so you've got to put it out. Right, so there's the first issue. Yeah, that's going to be red hot now, so you can't take it off with your fingers, and you can't get your dowser in to put it out. The only way I got to take it off was with a spoon. But that is a right ball ache, isn't it? And then you can put it out, not a problem. Take it off pretty sharpish. It's killed the flame, but don't leave that on for any length of time. It's going to get hot, and then you've got to pick it up and you burn your Jerry Springers. Okie dokie. So, the modification is, okay, obviously you've lit it, yeah. There's 4 holes in the side. Each side, obviously they're ventilation holes for oxygen, but you can use them for putting your temp pegs in. And then obviously when it's lit, you just shove them in and you can put your pot, obviously if your pot's not big enough to go around the sides of the stove, and you're on a winner. Or you can put the grill on, and that one fits just perfectly on top of there, so you can grill stuff, boil stuff, whatever on there. Need to put it out, set your spoon. They're going to be red hot, of course. Get them out of the way. Out it goes. So your temp pegs are much easier than this bit that comes with it. Obviously modification. Yeah. Oh, you don't need the temp pegs. This grill is however much it is, I don't know. I haven't measured it and I haven't got a tape measure with me. Fits on perfectly. Again, you would have seen that in previous videos. Super. Right. So obviously when that's cooled down, you can take it out. It's not been lit long, so it's pretty cool already. We're on a winner. So it can be used nice and quick with a strang here. Now I'm going to obviously use the log burner, say stick burner, twig burner, whatever you want to call it. There's the old feeding hole. You'll have seen that many times in the other videos. So I'm going to remove that, and we just leave the bottom plate in. Yeah, again full of holes for oxygen. Yeah, again to take that plate out. Just remove it, put it back together. Slide the pin in. Then you're ready to go for the stick burner. So again, having a little bit of a tidy up here now, and then we'll light that, because I've brought a few sticks with me, bit of chopped up pallet, and we'll have a brew. Right, so I've just got a bit of wood, again chopped pallet. It's not kindling, bought from the shops this. Old pallets, scavenged, scrounged, begged, borrowed or stolen. I'll just prepare a bit of wood, just get the fire going. Good old Hulter 4 shag door. Sharpened. Alright, it's going to go everywhere. So I'll just process a bit of kindling. I've just brought a little tub, little plastic snooze tub. Petroleum jelly and cotton wool, my favourite fire lighter, never lets you down. basically that's cotton wool and petroleum jelly. Yeah, Vaseline basically, but don't buy Vaseline, that's £2 a pot. You're going to burn it. Get petroleum jelly, 89p, 69p even, on bargains. Big pot of it. So we'll get that fire going, and then of course we'll have a brew, and have some scoff as well. We'll have some scoff, it'd be rude not to. Let that die down a bit, and then obviously I can feed it in, but that should be in. I feed it in from the front, but for filming purposes I'm going to stick it in this side so you can see what's going on. So I'm just going to put my temp pegs in there now. Much easier. Kettle's on. You can also slide little sticks down inside through the gaps of the temp pegs, but I haven't got any. Plenty lying around though. Well, now we're cooking. Perfect in that mug. And we have a brew. So of course I can just flick them. Temp pegs out now. Obviously leave them to cool down before I pick them up. and sit around the old log fire. Actually, I've cut these so they do fit in this stove. Cut them to that size, obviously not that one, but it still goes in. Still does the same job. Still burns, still creates fire, still makes you a brew. Whoa, top bomber. I'll have a snooze. Not that one though. I'm going to be sticking that in my gob. Make great little tubs these. Of course we can put the grill on the top, so we can cook on that. You can put your monkeys and parrots on that. And another little tip I've got is, once you get your fire going, obviously let it burn down, stick a few barbecue briquettes in there, grill some meat on that, bit of steak, bit of squirrel, bit of rabbit, bit of pigeon, you're on a winner. So let that fire die down, have me brew, and we'll cook some scuff on the old little spirit burner in conjunction with the stove. Right, so that's cooled down now, obviously. Stick the top plate in, get the tran gear in. Something to eat. Right, I'm going to fill this up. Again, methylated spirits. Let that warm up, let it get going. Yeah, so that mess is still pretty cold now, so it does take a while to warm up. So food wise, I'm just going to have a boil in a bag lying flat in my frying pan. 17 years I've had that frying pan. I got it from Gander Mountain in America 2003, so getting on for 18 years. Yeah, there's no name to it, it's not a Coleman, it's nothing like that. Two. And it's had some hammer. So again, with a big pan you can just place it on the top. No need for temp pegs, no need for grills. And because it's a frying pan, yeah, and the water's flat basically, like that, I mean, it'll heat it up quicker, as opposed to in a pot or a cup. takes a bit longer. So yeah, that'll be going in a bit. Again, just needs a bit of time to warm up. We're in business. Right, so I'm going to tuck in some emergency rations. That's my day sack. That's my bug out bag. That's me go for a walk in the woods day sack. Got a tin of mackerel, 59p from Aldi. Yeah. And a boil in the bag, which is basically potatoes. So aluminium bag. They're from Home Bargains, I think 89p. And there's about, I think there's about 400 grams in there, enough for 2 people, but a good scoff for 1. And of course they're in an aluminium bag, sliced potatoes, a tin of mackerel, mix it up, top scoff. So that can stay there for now. And it'll last for, what's this? Hasn't got a date on it, but you know, that'll last forever and a day, that. Yeah, again the little spirit stove's getting there now. Again, there is a little bit of wind protection from the stove, but you can always stick another one round it if needed. But once it's going, it'll boil that water pretty quickly. Right, so because it's a Trangia stove, if you put the temp pegs in, I'll just put this in, just put a couple in for now, because you can use 2, you can use 3. Yeah. Obviously with the wood, you can stick wood in the top then, or you can use 4. But 2 of them will balance a pot. But because the temp pegs are in them holes, the pot is slightly closer to the flames, so it'll probably boil quicker, as opposed to the grill, which is slightly higher. Might take longer to boil that, especially in windy conditions. They're not hot. Super. But again, a big pot you can just stick on top, no need for them. Or a frying pan, for example. Potatoes and mackerel in tomato sauce. It's food. And it lasts for ages. You can stick it in your bag and forget about it. Always got some scoff on you, just in case you get a bit peckish out in the woods and there's no pigeons or squirrels or rabbits. Oh, again, with these potatoes, obviously lying flat, they get hotter quicker. Oh, stick them in a pot, provided your pot's big enough, of course. Yeah, boil them in there. Or in the frying pan. But it's not a frying pan now, it's a boiling pan. So if it is a little bit mock and mindy, I did have an extra windshield somewhere. You can always stick one of them up. As you can see, this one is well camoed. and a little bit bent. I'll just flip that over, get the other side done. So I reckon that'll be nice and warm now. Out. Super. Let that cool down, of course. Yes. Nice warm scuff. It's a bit warm. Potatoes and ham and onions, made in Germany. So obviously the bag's going to be a bit warm. So we need to go into here and get out Old Faithful. Nice little thermal bag. Plop that in there. And we're ready to rock and roll. Fish and potatoes, ain't too shabby. I'm going to eat it all myself, because I'm a right fat bastard. So, not too shabby for a bit of Chinese tatter. Dual fuel, wooden spirit burner, yeah, nice and compact, and does the job. I've had mine for about, what, probably over 12 months now, and it's had a good bit of use. In fact, I went and bought two, because I liked it that much. I went and got another one, and I've got them in two different bags. Yeah. All folds flat, of course. Again, it's on the hinges, this one. Yeah, not a slotted together one. And I put the carabiner on there. So hold it all together. And you don't lose that. Fits nicely in this little pouch that it comes with. In modifications. Job's a good one. As I say, I got two. So, what's the price of that? I think they've gone up now. I think I paid about 8 or 9 quid for it. I think they're about £12.30 now. So remember, there's different size ones. Yep, there's ones that slot together, there's one on hinges, but they do look very similar. Okay, so watch out for that. In fact, I'll put a link to a description on eBay. Again, come from China, I think, but they're about 12.5 quid. Can't grumble for 12.5 quid though. Yeah, you could take that out, put somebody's name on it, and it'd be 112.5 quid, wouldn't it? Not too shabby. Does the job. Happy days. Right, coming soon. Modifying and more knife. More knife.